Hello everyone, welcome to Red Shikshan Sanstha's online learning program. Today we will see the next writing skill of 10th standard. It is report writing. Let us see what is report writing first. A report is a written account of something that one has observed, heard, done or investigated. It is a systematic and well organized presentation of facts and findings of an event that has already taken place somewhere. So here report writing means the event or the occasion which has already completed and we are giving all account about that particular event. Reports are used as a form of written assessment to find out what you have learned from your reading, research or experience and to give you the experience of an important skill that is widely used in the workplace. So it is very important skill of writing a report. You can give all the account of the news which has already happened in your surroundings. Format of report writing. Format of report writing. Before that we will see generally there is two types of report present in your English paper, namely newspaper report and a magazine report. A newspaper report is one which is published in a newspaper and a magazine report is generally written for a school magazine. There are two types of report. Newspaper report is the daily newspaper which you are reading. That news are known as a newspaper report. And for school magazine, sometimes in your school, the handbook of school is published. In that, you are completing all the events which are took place in your school. So that reports are known as a school magazine report. See report writing format. The title section. This includes the name of the authors and the date of report preparation. So here it includes the name of that particular author and the report preparation. Next is the introduction. The first paragraph of report needs to have an introduction. You will explain the problem and show the reader why the report is being made. You need to give the definition of terms if you did not include these in the title section and explain how the details of the report are arranged. Now here you have to give the account of about what you are writing the report. All that things should be completed in the introduction paragraph so that the readers will understand about what the news is. Next is the body. This is the main section of the report. There needs to be several sections with each having a subtitle. Information is usually arranged in order of importance with the most important information coming first. In the body, you are explaining the description of the events took place. So here you need to write that in a chronological order, means how the action took place in the particular event. According to that, you need to write the body of the report. It should be divided into two paragraphs. Then the conclusion. This is where everything comes together. Keep this section free of jargon, as most people will read the summary and conclusion. The people are just reading the conclusion about what the news is present. So here we need to conclude all the things which are present for this particular event. Next is summary. There needs to be a summary of the major points, conclusions and recommendations. If needed to be short, it needed to be short as it is a general overview of the report. Some people will read the summary and only skim the report. So make sure you include all the relevant information. It would be best to write this last, so you will include everything, even the points that might be added at the last minute. So in summary, you need to include all the things which are present in the report so that the peoples will just read out the summary and they will got the whole information related with that particular news. You need to include the last minute information also. It should be included in this particular summary paragraph. Next is suggested value points. A report should answer the questions. Now in your report, this question must be covered. The first question is what? Name of the event and the occasion. Next, where? Place of that particular event. Next is when, that means the date and time of the activities which took place in that particular event. Here teaching and social work, what you have done or that particular event, that you have to include. Held a comment on the quality of the activities organized. Which kind of activities were organized? You need to give a brief description about that. Next will be the format of newspaper report. As I told you previously, there are two types of news report. First is newspaper report and second is school magazine report. So what is the format of newspaper report? We will see. First is headline, a descriptive title that is expressive of the content of the report. The headline should be catchy headline. It should not be exceed in the words. It should be very brief but give all the account about the news. Next, byline, name of the person writing the report along with the designation. It is generally given in the question. Remember, you are not supposed to mention your personal details in your answer. In this byline is already, the information is already provided to you in the question paper. So use that information only in the byline. You don't have to write your name, your personal details in the answer. So keep in mind this. The next one is place and date of reporting. It is generally not mentioned in the magazine report separately, but here it is in newspaper report. This is one of the difference between newspaper report and the school magazine report. The place and date of reporting is included in the newspaper report, but it is not present in the school magazine report. See the next one, opening paragraph. It includes the expansion of the headline. It needs to be short as it is a general overview of a report. So opening paragraph should be very brief and all the explanation of the headline should be included in that first paragraph. Next is the account of the event in detail. It is generally written in two parts. First, complete account of what happened in its chronological sequence, preferably, and second, the witness remarks. So these the second part, the body of the report should be divided into two parts. The first part will include the order, the sequence of the things happen in that particular news, and the next paragraph will include the witness remarks or the the audience who are present over there, what are their remarks related with that particular news. The last is concluding paragraph. This will include the action that has been taken so far or that will be taken. It is the last paragraph. So here in concluding paragraph, which next action will be taken related with that particular news, you have to include here. The next is format of magazine report. Here heading is present, the descriptive title that is expressive of the content of the report. Next is byline, name of the person writing the report. It is generally given in the question. Remember, you are not supposed to mention your personal details in your answer. So here similarly the heading must be very catchy headline, and next to that the byline, the information is provided to you in the newspaper in your exam paper, that only you are going to use for your answer. Keep in your mind, it is restricted that you will write your personal details in the answer. Next is the opening paragraph, the introduction. It may include the 5 W's. These 5 W's are namely what, why, when and where, along with who was invited as the chief guest. So this school magazine report, the things you have to write in this manner or these WH answers should be included in the report. First is what kind of event was held in your school. Next is why you have organized this kind of event. Third is when, the date and the time related with that event. Next is where, the venue where this event took place. And the next is who. That means generally we are calling some person or organizers are arranging for the chief guest who is invited for that particular event. So you need to include the name of that chief guest here in this paragraph. Next is the account of the event in detail, the proper sequence of events that occurred along with their description. It is the main paragraph and can be split into 2 short paragraphs if required. Now here the next body of the report you will write down in 2 paragraphs if the paragraph will include which is very lengthy. Here you need to include all the things which are took place in that your event, how the chronological order of this particular event took place. You have to mention according to that order. Next is conclusion. This will include a description of how the event ended. It may include quote experts from the chief guest speech or how did the event wind up. In the conclusion paragraph of school magazine, you need to include whatever the words said by the chief guest in particular speech. You have to include that quotes and how the program wind up. That also you have to mention at the end in brief. So let us see some examples related with this school magazine report. See the question. Your school, Sun Public School Pune, celebrated Environment Day on 5th November. Write a report on the program in 100 or 25 words for your school newsletter. Your Neeta or Naveen, cultural secretary of the school, invent the necessary details. Now here see the answer of this particular question. The report, you will write down the first headline. It should be catchy headline. Environment Day celebration. See the byline by Naveen, cultural secretary. Next, the actual report starts. The Environment Club of Sun Public School celebrated Environment Day on 5th November in the school premises. The program was inaugurated by Mr. Krupaswamy, the eminent environmentalist, and presides over by our principal. The function began with a special Vandana prepared by the school choir group. Many cultural programs were prepared by the cultural group of the school that included a very interesting play on the theme Mother Earth, which was highly applauded by all. An essay writing and poster making competition also took place. After distributing the prizes, the chief guest gave a speech in which he highlighted the need for conservation. Finally, the day was concluded after a tree plantation drive. It was a huge success. Here is the end of the school magazine report. Let us see the newspaper report example. As a staff reporter of the Times of India, Delhi, you are asked to cover an incident of daylight robbery on the outskirts of Delhi while the inmates were present in the house. Write a report in 100 or 125 words. See the answer for this question. The headline, Another Incident of Daylight Robbery by Deepika, staff reporter. Delhi, 12th March 2019. Now here you need to include the year. The robbers are the peripheries of Delhi have become so bold that they ransacked a house in broad daylight while the inmates were present in the house. This was the fifth occurrence of such kind in the past 2 weeks. The incident took place in Kavinagar colony on 10th March 2019. The robbery acted as credit card dealers and gained entry into the house easily. Then they bundled the family of 4, including 2 small children, into a room. The family couldn't raise an alarm as they were caught off guard. The house owner said that the robbers took away all their savings but was somewhat relieved as no one was hurt. The police was issued an advisory and have been looking into the matter. So this is the difference between the school magazine report and news report. I hope you all understood how to write these reports. Thank you for watching.